वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा. So Krishna explaining about the bhakti yoga. Bhakti is the ultimate process and is talking about the shelter, taking shelter of the Supreme Lord and working under his protection and depending on his mercy. So yesterday's verse we saw that if you depend on me and become conscious of me, you will cross all the problems. But if you don't do this, then you will be stuck. So on this line, right, if you don't do this, this is the next verse is also on the same flow, right, or the same thought. Krishna is talking on this verse also. So let's see this. Yad ahankaram ashritya
यद् अहङ्कारम् आश्रित्य
न yotsya iti manyase
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
मिथ्येष व्यवसायस्ते
नित्यैष विवसायस्ते
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति. यद् अहङ्कारम् आश्रित्य न योच्य इति मन्यसे नित्यस्य विवसायस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
Okay. So translation and purport. If you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you will have to be engaged in warfare. Purport. Arjun was a military man, born of nature of Kshatriya. Therefore, his natural duty was to fight. But due to false ego, he was fearing that by killing his teacher, grandfather, friends, he would incur sinful reactions. Actually, he was considering himself master of his actions. And as if he were directing the good bad results of such karma, he forgot that Supreme Personality of Godhead was present there instructing him to fight. That is the forgetfulness of conditioned soul. The Supreme Personality gives directions as to what is good, what is bad. One simply has to act in Krishna consciousness to attain perfection of life. No one can ascertain his destiny as Supreme Lord can. Therefore, the best course is to take direction from the Supreme Lord and act. No one should neglect the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead or order of spiritual master who is representative of God. One should act unhesitatingly to execute the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that will keep one safe under all circumstances. So Krishna is little bit angry or strict on Arjuna, right? That he told like Arjuna, if somebody acts under his shelter, he will cross all the problem, but if not, it will be entangled. And Arjuna, if you don't follow my direction and do not and fight, then you will be on the wrong path. So Krishna is telling strictly to Arjuna, because Krishna told Arjuna to fight, but after that also Arjuna said, no, I cannot fight, and he put down his weapons and asked Krishna to guide him. But now here Krishna is telling Arjuna that I am telling you to fight, you are not accepting that. That is wrong. If you don't follow my directions, you will be on wrong path. And because Arjuna's nature is of Kshatriya, Anyway, even if he try to avoid fight, he cannot because of his swabhava, his nature, prakriti, his original nature is that. So we all have some particular nature. Some are by nature leaders, some are by nature studious people and brahminical qualities. Some people are have nature of doing some business and money minded. So we have that nature, and that is our base nature on which everything else is there. So when we get opportunity or we get uh, chances, we do act as per our nature. And uh, if we try to act against our nature, the results are not good. So Krishna told that you do duties prescribed for you. If you do try to do duties of somebody else, it will be a problem. You will incur sins. But if you do your duties, even if you make mistake, it's fine. Right? It's not a problem. So Krishna told Arjuna before this also. So here again he is stressing the same point. Arjuna, your nature is of Kshatriya, so you should fight. Arjuna was saying, I will live by begging, I will take sannyas, I will renounce everything. So that is not the quality of a Kshatriya. Kshatriya is by nature fighting spirit is there. And so Arjuna is trying to do is of a sannyasi or a Brahman, live by begging and all those things. So Krishna is telling this will not satisfy you. And this will be a problem because your nature is of Kshatriya. Anyhow, you will do fighting somewhere. Mm. So even if you fight here or not, you will be fighting and you will be involved in the fight. So in the same Kurukshetra war, maybe Arjuna will get involved, and then because Krishna has already planned right, what's going to happen in the war. So maybe Arjuna will kill many enemies and all. So that is destiny, that is already decided by Krishna and it's going to happen. So Arjuna, you will also be involved in the fighting. So don't try to avoid. Do what is prescribed for you. And if you don't listen to me and do, then it's a problem. You will be in completely wrong path, which is not advisable. Right? So it's not for Arjuna only, but for all of us. We have to try to find our nature, try to find our swabhav, try to find our base mode. In Kali Yuga, it's generally mode of passion and ignorance. But in that also people of goodness are there. We may have a basic nature of goodness where we like to be peaceful, we like to read, we like to study, and that gives us happiness. So that is mode of goodness. So some people are like that, scientists and all. They like to study, they like to write papers, and they publish some papers. They do new inventions. So this is mode of goodness, where you are. Of course, it's not pure transcendental mode of goodness. It's material mode of goodness where by doing some new invention, you become happy. So that is there, but it's still mode of goodness. So some people are of that nature. So we have to find our nature and act accordingly. If I have a nature of leader or I have nature of Vaishya, if I try to suppress it, the results are not good. How? Your mind is not satisfied, your intelligence is not satisfied, and that gives actually depression. So nowadays there are many cases of depression, right? So people are doing the things that they don't want to do. They compulsory have to do those things because of some reasons. And what is the effect of that? People go into depression because they have to uh, push back what they really want to do, suppress their desire, suppress their mood, suppress their swabhav. So some way or other, the Shastra is helpful that don't act against your nature. If you act with your nature, you will be happy. And even if you fail, you will be happy. So if you are Kshatriya, you fight. And even if you don't win, you lose the battle, still you will be happy because you are doing your duty. Similarly, in our office and everywhere, right? If your nature is of leader, if a manager, you have to act like that. If you try to avoid that, you will have problems. You will be suffering. So it should act. Sometimes we feel like, okay, no, my nature is like to act like a manager or act like a simple person, but I try to oversmart myself by acting differently, or I try to suppress my qualities for some reason. But that actually does not give, that maybe give some temporary benefit, but on the long term, it's a problematic for ourselves, our mental and physical health. So we should not do that. These teachings of 18th chapter, not all Bhagavad Gita actually are very practical. If you can connect it to your life and your situation, then actually we get very good guidance from these Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Uh, so Krishna here telling Arjuna, you please fight. Don't avoid fighting. It's enough of I cannot fight and all those reasons. That's no use. You are Kshatriya, you fight. Whatever happens, let it happen. You fight. So we do our work. Whatever result is, that's fine. Right? So Krishna will tell more about okay, fight, but how you should fight. Krishna will tell that. So for us, the relation is work, how we should work. So that by working, even if working, we are free from reaction. Krishna has already told that you should be detached from the results and don't act for yourself, as act as a matter of duty, and don't get attached to the results of your fruits, and it's fine, right? So Krishna will tell, but Krishna has added another angle here, that you take shelter under, always under my protection, plus depend on me. Mat prasadat, by my mercy you will cross over. So give up the ahankar, that I can do something, I can manage myself, I can manage the situation, I can manage people. Give up that mentality. Depend on Krishna's mercy. That will solve the problems. So we'll see more about bhakti and its glorification in, I think, till the end of this chapter. That is Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Anything anybody like to add? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.